Hey guys, Mr. G, Mr. Wells. So this is the last day of Unit 12. It's Unit 12, Day 4, and here we're going to do some real-life situations involving the Pythagorean Theorem. So for practice problem number 2, it says, Simon leans a 20-foot ladder against a house so that the base of the ladder is 10 feet from the house. About how high up the side of the house does the ladder reach? Write your answer in simplest radical form. So here I'm going to draw some pictures here. So here is my house, nice and pretty, and it says that there's a ladder leaning against it. Alright, the ladder itself says that it's 20 foot, so I know that that's 20 feet, and it says from the house, from the base of the ladder to the house is 10 feet, so I know that this leg right here, right there, is 10 feet. I need to find out how high up the ladder touches the house. So here's my right triangle, here's my right angle. Same deal, guys. Pythagorean Theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And let's see, I'm just going to substitute and solve. Let's see, one of my legs is 10, so I'm going to do 10 squared plus b squared equals 20 squared. 10 squared is 100. Plus b squared, and 20 squared is 400. Subtract 100 to get b squared by itself. Cancels out. B squared equals 300. I'm going to take the square root of both values, and when I do that, I can break this down. Let me see if I can. I'm just going to continue off over here. So b is going to equal both radical 3 and radical 100, because I need to break down this into simple radical form. And I like when things end in 100, because I know that 100 is a perfect square, so I just break it down with 3 and 100. And when I do that, it's going to leave me with b to equal 10, which is the square root of 100, times radical 3 feet.
Alright guys, the fun one of the unit. Javier has a suitcase, the inside of which is shaped like a rectangular prism, with a length of 12 inches, a width of 16 inches, a width of 12 inches, and a height of 7 inches. He wants to bring his largest umbrella, which is 21 inches in length, with him. Can he fit this umbrella in this suitcase? Well, I'm going to draw the suitcase here, best I can. Rectangular prism. Just going to draw 2 rectangles and connect all of the corners together. We have a 16-inch length, a 12-inch width, and a 7-inch height. Now we're trying to see if a 21-inch umbrella will fit in here. We know it's not going to fit like straight across lengthwise. That's only 16 inches. 21 is not going to fit in there. I'm going to see if it'll fit in the bottom of this suitcase from the bottom corner to the other bottom corner. Just going to see if it'll fit right down in here. The way I can do that is use this Pythagorean theorem with the right angle right here. I'm going to use the 16 and the 12 for A and B and see if C is big enough to fit my 21-inch umbrella. So I'm going to do this quickly. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Plug in my 16 and my 12 for A and B. Do some math. That's 256. This is 144. If I add those together, I get 400 equals C squared. When I root both sides, I end up with 20 equals C. So the blue line that I drew on this diagram right here is 20 inches. So I don't think my 21-inch umbrella will fit in there. So I've got to check something else. Maybe it'll fit from the bottom corner of my suitcase to the top corner of my suitcase. So this length right here, the black one that I'm drawing, and you can see I just kind of drew another right triangle using my blue line, okay, and the height of this suitcase. And we'll see if we can find this one right here. So now I'm going to use my 20 for A, and I haven't used my 7 yet because 7 is actually the height of this triangle as well. So I'm looking to use the 20 and the 7 this time in the Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to do the whole thing one more time. So I've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm going to use 7. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to use 20 because that's the length of the bottom of the box. C squared. So 49 and 400 equals C squared. When I add those together, I get 449 equals C squared. When I square root that on my calculator, I get 21.189 blah 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 blah. And I can see, hey, my 21-inch umbrella will definitely fit in a space that's 21.189. So my answer is yes, the umbrella will fit.